So, I'm going to do a retightening of this crank, but in the process of doing that, I'm going to show how I can take the axle bolt out. Let's push this in actually. So push the button in, then I'm going to loosen the grub screw, like so. Loosen it off a little bit, then spin this one out and take that carefully out. Now put that down somewhere safely, try not to get it dirty. Right, now this was the one that had a slight bit of deformation. I'm pretty sure this was the one, yeah. I think it can go on a bit more, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the axle bolt off this one. So take the axle bolt out, because I've got my pre-tightening bolts from a very helpful person on the forum who also ordered the bolts that I'd found on the internet. His bolts arrived, mine never did, from France, but he kindly sent me his spare bolt that he had also drilled, ready for pre-tightening duty. Now let's just see, it's got a bolt on it to kind of protect it, and that's how it was drilled as well. So, original Schlumpf bolt, pre-tightening bolt. They're different, yeah, so they're not as long or as, I don't know, they're just different. This one is basically an axle bolt for a bike, but this is an M14 bolt. The pitch of the threads have been confirmed as being the same. Let's see if the camera can show that. I hope it can. Let's see. So those are the bolt, and this bolt I think has an advantage because of these washers as well, because they slip more. So I'm going to thread this one in. Thread it in, make sure it feels like it. Yeah, it threads in exactly the same way. The shifting rod is not obstructed by it because there's a giant hole down the middle of it because it's been drilled. But the other advantage of this is that it's going to have a better secure placement for this wrench. Now ideally I'd be taking the pedals off to do this, but I'm not going to today. So it's nice and secure in there, and I can see it's now pushing the crank on. That was dead easy to get that on, and it's moving the crank in a bit more. Yeah, that moved the crank on quite a bit. I'm gonna, come on, and off it comes. Now we take it out. Obviously if you were doing the cranks the first time, this would be a bit more of a job, but this was just to tighten that little bit of extra space that I knew I had here. So I'm going to put that down, then I'm going to take the official Schlumpf bolt, put the official Schlumpf bolt back and tighten that in. Let's twiddle that one in. And obviously the main purpose of using that crank bolt, the special pre-tightening bolt, come here. The purpose of using this one is that you're protecting your valuable one, and it's got a much deeper socket section, and it's just tougher, and it's got those washers, so everything's really fine and dandy. Hey Jesse! You coming to see what I'm up to? You coming to see what I'm up to? Hello? Hello? Nice to see you. Right, yeah, I'm tightening this on.
Hello.
Hello, Jazzy.
Hello.
And I tighten this on by itself.
Hello.
Yeah. And I'm not going to tighten that too much because I know the cranks have been set with this thing. So I don't think this bolt actually needs to be itself super tightened up.
Oh, I got a
You've got your car, yeah. And then we're going to tighten this bolt back on. Can you go back over to the bike? Yeah. And I'll come along. I'm just finishing this and then I'll bring this over, yeah? So then that comes along, yeah, that's got more push now and it's still the same flushness, so I feel happier with that. Then I'm going to tighten the little grub screw. I use the long side of this and I use it until the metal flexes effectively. That gives me the sense of how strong it is. There we go, that's that done. And that is that. I think that has helped tighten that on. I'll try this again on a fresh pair of cranks one day, but for the first part, it gives you an idea of how this little gadget works. See? It's actually just what you need. It really should be provided in the kit by Florian. Hope that was useful. Bye.